Welcome to my stay vlog. I'm Lisa and I hit all 4 Versace London stores looking for Hyunjin's holiday campaign. The ad has been spotted all across the world: China, Japan, Paris, Las Vegas, and at the flagship store in Milan. So I begin my journey travelling from Paddington to Wood Lane. I've never been to this part of London before, so it's all new to me. When I got off the tube, I saw one of the upside down houses that you can see scattered here and there across the UK. I would have loved to have gone in, but I've planned this trip minute by minute because I'm going to the OVO Wembley Arena later in the evening to see Korea on stage. I'm greeted by the big Westfield shopping centre. This is where our first Versace is. It's worth mentioning that you can also visit Life 4 Cuts here. This is where you can have K-pop selfies, and again, it looks like I'm going to have to plan a trip here because there's lots to do. So I found my first Versace store in Westfield shopping centre. A little bit disheartening as I walked up to it. As beautiful as it is, I could not see Hyunjin. I noticed that they did have a screen in the back, but it was not playing the ad. I decided to go in. The lady was very nice. She approached me and suggested that I try the New Bond Street Versace store as it's bigger and probably the most popular one. Next, I got on a tube from Shepherd's Bush Market to Hammersmith. I was greeted by a beautiful, glistening, glittering train, all ready for Christmas, and lots of people were taking pictures. Obviously the sparkles are very pretty, and there's lots of Christmas decorations to see on the way. I had to get a connecting tube to Knightsbridge, and then found my second Versace store in Sloane Street. Hyunjin's holiday ad was not in the window, but I could see the collection, so I went in and spoke to one of the gentlemen in there. We had a good long conversation about the designs, colour and style. He explained the collection in more detail, showing me around. I even saw Hyunjin's black and gold sunglasses in a blue and silver tone. I'm slightly regretful as I record the commentary the next day that I didn't take the offer to be toured around the upstairs to explore the collection in more detail, but as I was running against a schedule, I couldn't afford to overrun and miss the concert later, so I had to get going. Definitely when I'm next in the area, I would love to explore more. It's nice to see online, but it's different in person, and I recommend you check out this beautiful holiday collection. I then walked 5 minutes around the corner to Harrods, where there's a Versace store inside. I wasn't very optimistic because I know that it's going to be a much smaller store and it's with other designer outlets. On the way though, I did see some very pretty Harrods decorations. H is for Harrods, but I'm seeing Hyunjin. With 2 stores down and 2 to go, I guess I'm really looking for him now. I saw some beautiful Christmas displays in the designer windows, some pink and silver sparkles over at Givenchy, and this really cool bright strong red of this leather outfit at Alexander McQueen. Christian Dior had a beautiful golden display in their window. Sadly, as suspected, Hyunjin's ad was not in this small Versace outlet, so I hopped onto the tube at Green Park to find our last store at New Bond Street. I went past the Ritz on the way and saw the displays on a larger scale. Finally, I arrived at our last Versace store. Quite disheartening this time because it was our last shop. I could not see Hyunjin's ad outside. I went in and said to the gentleman that I understood that the Versace holiday campaign launched on the 6th of November. I showed him my phone, the advert with Hyunjin, and asked if they'd be running it. He said that as there are no large screens in the London stores, they will not be running the ad. But we did go on to have a good conversation about Hyunjin and Versace, as he seemed to know Hyunjin on a more familiar level. He asked if I was a fan of Hyunjin. I undoubtedly blushed and looked down with my hand on my chest and said, "Yes, he's my heart." The man explained to me that the reason that we would be seeing the Versace campaign across the globe and not necessarily in London is that most Asians will either holiday in America or Paris. This is making more sense as to why Paris has become more of a mark on the map for stays, shall we say, especially with Lollapalooza more recently. I asked if they had many people coming in asking for Hyunjin. The man said that it's mostly Chinese and Asian people, and that I'm the first non-Asian to come in asking for Hyunjin. He explained that this would be good feedback for the company, because to know that Hyunjin's popularity is spreading and that there is a demand in London and the UK could go towards changing some potential point of sales in future. He explained to me that Anne Hathaway is the ambassador for London, but that you never know if when the posters get changed that they may bring Hyunjin in. This is not confirmed. I really must emphasise that he said this is not confirmed. There are no dates as to when a changeover may occur, and there are no solid plans to bring in a poster with Hyunjin. It would be nice to think that my going in and asking may be fed back and could potentially at least bring a poster to the area. But this is really just speculation, prediction, estimation, nothing solid. It is nice, however, to be told that I'm the first in any sentence with Hyunjin. The design really is beautiful, up close and personal. So I definitely recommend that you go along to the Versace stores in London. I hope this has been helpful to stay all around the world and also especially to UK stay.